Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon bringing you guys a Divine Feminine healing reading. So this is going to be only for Divine Feminines out there. And this reading is kind of special because whatever I bring through here today, my dear friend, her name is Lara from Inner Goddess Guidance. I will go ahead and link her video in the description box below to this video so that way you guys can go ahead and take a look at these messages in deeper detail. So Laura has some great insight when it comes to divine feminine healing and just different ideas that we can come up with for our own personal healing journey. And so I think that it's just going to be so great. So whatever I bring through here today, I will send over to her, and then that way she can work with those energies and do a nice presentation on a video through her channel, which like I said, I will link in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get started. So the purpose of this reading is to basically showcase whatever a divine feminine may be going through. Now, the thing is, a divine feminine doesn't just have to be a twin flame. It's for any feminine out there, any female person, but it could just be a feminine, like you identify with a feminine energy, whether you're male or female. It doesn't matter. So this is just supposed to be for healing and certain things that we might be going through and some messages from spirit about the whole situation. So I'm only going to be tapping into 3 different decks here today. I'm going to be using the Soulful Woman Oracle cards. I'm using Lucy Cavendish's Oracle Tarot, as well as The Answer is Simple by Sonia Coquette, I think is what her name is. So let's go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to go ahead and shuffle these cards here, and then we will go ahead and just draw some messages here. So I'm going to do 5 total. So 5 different topics, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So I'm going to put these over here, spread them out like this, and then I'm going to go ahead and shuffle these cards through the tarot. And I'll put these over here. All right, let's see what Spirit has to say. So when it comes to divine feminine healing, what does Spirit want to bring up first? Okay, we have the 9 of Wands, pause and observation. So it is a time for us to basically take a break. Maybe we have been working very hard on something. We've been working so hard that now it's time for us to take a pause and observe, figure something out. So let's get an additional message with this. We have inner wakefulness. I am completely awake and tuned into my truth, clarity, and inner wisdom. So this is the deal. Maybe right now you're being encouraged with whatever is happening here to basically just take a break and figure out and really go into yourself. Wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee for some of you. Maybe it's something is not happening right now because it's giving you an opportunity to see things possibly from a different perspective. So let's go ahead and see what this card says. Yeah, we have look forward. This is the deal. Maybe if you're holding on to the past, if you're holding on to something and you're not wanting to move forward for some specific reason, what Spirit is saying is it's time to wake up. You're only as stuck as you feel yourself to be. The 9 of Wands also represents just kind of surviving, hanging in there, and just persevering. It's really no way to live life. And so if you're feeling on your current path, or your current journey, or even within your current connection, that you're just kind of surviving and hanging in there, and there's not really any kind of growth, because the next card would be the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is a burden. The 10 of Wands means that it's just too much to handle. We've just got to let it go for now and move forward. So whatever is causing you to not be able to look forward and carry on, what Spirit is saying is to wake up. Wake up. Completely become awake and tune into your truth, so that way you can get clarity from the inner wisdom that is there for you. So right now that might be what that's saying is you need to pause and observe your journey right now and go deeply within yourself. Trust your truth and your inner wisdom, and it's going to bring you some sort of clarity on which direction to go moving forward. So that's the first messages that came through. Very interesting. So let's go ahead now and take a look at what else Spirit is telling us here today. 5 messages. Well, I just have 2 cards here, so I'm just going to take them. We have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. I'm sorry, it's not the 10 of Cups. This card is the 10 of coins. 10 of Pentacles. Sorry. These cards are a little funny because they somewhat look the same. And then we have the Moon. All right. So the Moon can represent the sign of Pisces, or it can be Cancer. Depends, but it doesn't have to be. Just letting you guys know. But this is talking about the 10 of Pentacles, reaching the ultimate goal. And once you reach that ultimate goal, especially in the material world, you can enjoy the outcome. You can sit back and enjoy all of your hard work. And that's really what the 10 of Pentacles is. The 10 of Pentacles can be an indication too of family, commitment, marriage, the longevity of a situation, retirement, what we want to do with our lives. But see, what we have it combined with for some reason is the Moon card. And the Moon card says yearning and desire. So we might kind of be in this darker energy where we're just kind of to ourselves. We want this so much. We want this 10 of Pentacles, whether it's with just for ourselves or possibly with our masculines. And so we're in this state of yearning. We're in this state of desire. Are we really in this state of actually creating and doing? That's what I'm getting here right off the bat. Are we creating this, or are we just waiting for this and we're attaching this desire and this yearning to our masculine? Or are we willing to basically enjoy the outcome on our own? As you can see, there's only one person in that card. And it doesn't mean that that's what the deal is, that that's what's going to happen, or that's what has to happen. But what it's indicating is that if you're not willing to basically work for that yourself, and you're waiting on somebody else to bring you that happiness or to jump on board with you so you can get to that ultimate goal, you might be waiting forever, because there's no guarantee that the person that you're connecting with or that you feel this connection to either A, is awakened, B, feels the same way right now, or C, that they're going to go on that path with you because they have free will. So they have free will to just stay stuck, stay unawakened. So you can stay in this state of yearning and desire, thinking about it, dreaming about it, being in 5D about your connection. Or you can jump into the very 3D reality world and start creating the outcome that you desire and then enjoying the outcome. And what I'm getting from Spirit is that when you're in the energy of enjoying this outcome, you will attract to you somebody that wants to enjoy that outcome with you. But you cannot wait for somebody to do this. It's about getting into your own power, stepping into your own power so you can enjoy your outcome today instead of waiting and yearning and desiring it. Okay. Yes. Oh my Lord. I love this card because this is talking about getting into the flow of your partnership. So this is the deal. We are not in the flow of partnership when we are sitting around waiting on it. We are not in the flow of partnership or the flow of the law of attraction when we are just sitting around thinking about how nice it would be, how wonderful it would be. No. We are in the flow of partnership when we are an active participant in it. So this says, the ebb and flow of relationship takes me where I need to be on my path. So this is the deal. You have to be willing to get into the flow of life and the flow of this partnership in order to have a partnership at the end, if that is what you want your outcome to be. So if you are looking to have a partnership at the end of all of this, you have to be willing to be in the flow of it as well. You cannot stay stuck waiting for it and dreaming about it and yearning and desiring it. You have to be an active participant in life in order to create this outcome. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to be willing to put work into your own outcome. And then if somebody wants to enjoy that outcome with you, great. You might attract that right person or your person along the way. Or if you get there and that person isn't there, maybe they're just not meant to be there. Or maybe they're just not meant to be there at that moment. But maybe you're going to attract somebody else along the way, or maybe you're going to just basically be so damn happy that you're enjoying your outcome that you're not even worried that you're not with a partner. Do you see what I'm saying? But as long as you get into the flow of life, that is what is going to carry you to your next step. And that is what this card says, where I need to be next on my path. So if you do not get into this flow of this partnership and you're sitting around in 5D and you're just dreaming about it, but you're not actually doing anything to create it in the physical world, then you're not in the flow of the law of attraction, of life, or of this partnership. You're stuck. You're stuck in your desires. You're stuck in yearning. And you can stay stuck in that energy for a very long time and get nowhere. So accept love. This is the deal. There's other forms of love. It's not just your twin flame. It's not just romantic. There are other forms of love on this path. Accept it. Accept what wants to be gifted to you from the universe, from your angels, from your guides. Accept this abundance that life wants to give to you. But see, if you're here all to yourself, cuddling yourself up, just thinking, rocking back and forth in pain, or rocking back and forth, just really yearning and desiring somebody, and it's just like so painful, this love cannot flow to you. You cannot get in the flow of this partnership if you're in this moon's energy. It's a dark energy. I hope that makes sense. So that's what the Spirit had to say about that. Next message. Well, we have, this is a card here. It says nostalgia and reflection, tradition. Very interesting. This is the Hierophant's energy. It's very interesting. And let me just double check that, because I want to make sure I got that right. I had to do that a few times. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Want to make sure here that that is the, where's the major cards? Here we go. No, I'm sorry. This is right? Emperor, Hierophant. Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. It is the Hierophant. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, wait a second. Nostalgia and reflection, it's not usually how I would actually think about the Hierophant. But see, that's the beautiful thing about other people's decks, is that they will have their own flair that they will put on this deck. And this is actually a tarot and oracle deck. So it can be used either way. But yeah, tradition is the Hierophant's energy. The Hierophant is all about tradition, conventions of marriage, commitment, integrity, just different things like that. But nostalgia and reflection, very interesting to put that there. So let's go ahead and take both messages. So when it comes to tradition, when it comes to the things that maybe you were raised to think a certain way, you were raised traditionally, you see things as very conventional perhaps, okay? And also you might be thinking about things from your past. You might be thinking in terms of just being nostalgic and reflecting on something. So let's get a message with this. We have inner guidance system. Love it. We've got the best answers always come from the calm, radiant place within me. I wait for these with joy. So what Spirit is saying is that you've got to trust your own inner compass when it comes to things. So you might want to just settle maybe for something. So for some of you out there, maybe you are in a situation where it's just conventional, a loveless marriage or a loveless connection. Maybe you are currently just with somebody because you've been with them for so long. It's just, it's nostalgic. You've been with them forever. It works. It's comfortable. So you have to trust your inner guidance system right now on what is best for you, what to do next. You're not trusting, you're not trusting things outside of yourself. Like maybe this reading perhaps. Maybe it's not that, these messages aren't done with the, the best intentions, but maybe your own inner guidance system will give you more information than a general reading, or even perhaps a reading that you pay for. At the end of the day, your own inner voice is right. Now, I know a lot of you don't trust your intuition because you feel like you've been given the wrong answers, or you've been given the wrong ideas about a person or a situation. But what we need to realize is that Spirit isn't wrong. It may be our very humanized ideas or concepts or our ego that is processing information or wanting to make certain things a certain way. Maybe that's what's flawed. It's not necessarily the message that you're getting from Spirit. It's not that the signs are wrong. It's the way that you want those signs, you want to make those signs into something specific. And maybe that something specific is not something that you even understand fully. So we have to be able to trust our inner guidance system. But if you're having a hard time with that, what Spirit is saying here is that the best answers always come from being calm. So if you're not in a state of calm, if you're in a state of, oh my gosh, like I need this answer today, that's not calm. That's not calm. And that's one of the reasons I actually don't do emergency readings. I have done a fast pass reading here and there, just kind of gifted it for somebody that, maybe just wanted a reading quicker. But it's usually why I do not offer emergency readings, because to me, if you are there is no emergency to find out about a connection. If you're not willing to go with the flow, with the connection, that tells me that you're fighting against the natural. You're fighting against what Spirit is basically trying to tell you. If something is not happening, there is a reason. If you don't know something, there might be a reason. So when there's an emergency placed on that, or this anxiety or very hysterical energy on needing to know something right then and right there, that to me is not calm. So that's the reason I'm bringing this up, is because you might feel like you can't trust yourself, but maybe you're not calm when you are tapping into this inner guidance system. And so we really need to be in this calm state in order for us to get and like correct information, if that makes sense. So what Spirit is saying here is that, when we are contacting our inner guidance system, are we too nostalgic in the past, and that's why we are hearing the things that we want to hear, possibly, or that's why we feel like we're being guided to something because it's just what we want? Or are we afraid to move forward because of what is traditional and what just works for us? I'm kind of getting both energies, but let's get an additional message here. We have just laugh. So what Spirit is saying here is that the best thing to do in order to get calm is to stop taking things so seriously. We might be afraid. We might not want to let go of things that are comfortable. We might not want to let go of things that we feel so connected to, that we feel so nostalgic with. But what Spirit is saying is, in order to break out of this very serious energy where you're feeling confused, you can't trust your inner voice, you don't know what the universe is saying, you're getting all these signs, what does it mean? Spirit is saying you're taking yourself way too seriously. You're taking this whole situation and even this connection and even the signs way too seriously. So in that case, in order to recenter yourself, laugh. Just laugh. Because at the end of the day, it's not to say it's a joke, but at the end of the day, if we're taking ourselves way too serious in this human existence and this human experience, then everything is just going to just go haywire, is what Spirit is saying. So we just need to learn to not take every single thing that happens and every single sign that we see as absolute, like, this is what it means and this is what I know. I am getting here that the more that you actually just trust your own inner guidance, the better off you're going to be. Engage your energy. When you're connecting with your inner voice, or you're asking Spirit to give you signs, are you coming from a place of non-detachment, or are you coming from a place of what you want to see? And that's another thing to think about, And again, it's not Spirit steering you strong, but we are very strong, powerful individuals here. And so if our mind can create things, our mind can also create what we want to see as far as signs go in the physical world. So what Spirit is saying is to get more connected in a calm state with Spirit. Contact them when you're in a calm state for your questions and your guidance and the signs that you're looking for. If you're coming from a place of hysteria, if you're coming from a place of I need to know right now, that's probably not the best time to be asking for signs. So if you're in this very serious kind of uptight energy, Spirit's saying, lighten up, lighten up. So I hope that message made sense to some of you. But with this actual card coming up, though, this is talking about people that may be fearful, that they're just hanging on to something because they're in a state of fear. They don't want to let go of something because they're so used to it, or they're hung up on something because they're nostalgic. They're thinking of it in terms of how much better it was. They may be thinking in terms of how good it was when really maybe it wasn't that good. Sometimes we have a tendency to romanticize the past when really it wasn't that great, okay? So we need to just basically break out of this box. And that's why we have that Jack in the box there. Break outside of this box of the way that we're thinking. Maybe the way that we're thinking about things is just too rigid, or we need it to fit a specific box. We need it to mean something specific. And Spirit is saying, get out of this energy. Stop taking this so seriously. Stop putting this as the most important thing. Stop slapping this label on it. Stop trying to make it into something, not that it's not, but just try to stop placing something in a box. It needs to come out of this box that you're building around it. So there's the message. I'm sorry, I'm just really struggling with this one because there's so much coming through that I'm having a hard time even articulating it. Spirit is saying, whatever you have placed, this box that you have placed, these beliefs, that's what I'm getting now. These beliefs, and that's the Hierophant. The Hierophant is about our belief systems. It's about how we were raised to think, or how we think things should be. We think things should be in a pretty little box, and we think things should be a certain way. Spirit's saying, break out of all that right now. Break out of this belief system. Break out of whatever it is that you have connected to a belief system. Now it's time for you to go into your own guidance, your own inner guidance system. It's time for you to go there, but go there in a very calm energy. Go there in a very open energy with no expectations. That is where you're going to actually get a lot of accurate information. So a lot of the things that you're wanting to see, a lot of the things that you believe right now could be based from traditions that no longer serve you. So now it's time to break out of the box, break out of the barrier. Stop boxing in this connection and saying it's this, it's that, it needs to do this, it needs to do that. And if I'm a twin flame, then this is the way it's going to be. Break out of it all. Let it all go today. Let it all go today. Just laugh. Don't take it so seriously. It's not the end all of your life. It's not the most important thing that you're ever going to experience as a twin flame connection. So stop trying to live your life and make this connection everything. That's just what I'm getting here. So go into that inner goddess or inner goddess, inner guidance system that you have, that we all come here with. We come here with this system for a reason. We also come here with what we already have learned from other lifetimes. So you already have the system within you that's already built within you to help guide you in this lifetime. That's what I'm getting here. So it's about tapping into the system, tapping into possibly the traditions of other lives, but making sure that these traditions are not boxing you into where you cannot experience anything new in this lifetime. So there is this element of letting go and being a little bit more casual about things, being a little bit more casual about your belief systems and what you have believed about your twin flame journey so far. There is something about coming out of a box and just not taking it so seriously. Wow, that was really all over the place. I really hope that you guys got something from that, because that was a little woo to me. We're going to do one last message. One last thing Spirit has to say. Beautiful. We have the Six of Wands, energy, wisdom of experience. So you know what? This is the deal. You're gaining so much wisdom from this entire experience. Your twin flame, this journey, everything that's going on right now, it's all a part of the experience. And you're gaining wisdom. You're learning something here. This is fantastic. Okay? Nothing bad about that at all. Anger as my sacred ally. Wow. I listen to the messages within my anger and I use it as a positive force for good. So this is the deal. You know, your twin flame, your masculine may just be pissing you off beyond belief. Maybe there's somebody connected to your masculine that's just pissing you off beyond belief. They have drudged up certain behavior in you that maybe you're not proud of, but guess what? It is your ally at the same time. You're learning wisdom from this experience, getting angry, getting pissed, but then using this energy and turning it into a positive. Then it will become your ally. It will no longer be your enemy. It will be your ally. So what Spirit is saying here is that it's time for you to take any kind of anger that you have felt, or any kind of shame that you feel because of how you've expressed yourself. Forgive yourself and learn from it. Take the wisdom of this experience, make it your ally, turn it into your ally, transform this anger that you have and turn it into a positive. That's what I got. One last message. It's, oh my God. Remember earlier how I said there's nothing that's an emergency on this twin flame journey? It's not a freaking emergency. It really isn't. If it's not medical, if it's not life and death, it's not an emergency. Sorry. You know, that's the thing. Emergency readings, that's fine. I know that there's people that do them, and I'm not talking badly about that at all. But that's one of the reasons that I don't do emergency readings, is because nothing is an emergency on this journey. Your twin flame connection, it's not a life or death situation. It's just not. And so if you feel that it is, there's some kind of energy that you need to figure out, because there's not an emergency here. There's not something that you need to figure out today. This is an experience. This is a journey. There's nothing that's happening right now that's life or death, unless it has to do with your physical body, perhaps, you know, or your mental health, perhaps. That could be an emergency too. But what I'm getting here is that whether somebody is coming back or not is not an emergency. Whether somebody's going to do this or do that, or if they're going to get married, or they're going to go in this direction, or they're going to have this baby with somebody else, it's not an emergency. It's life. Life is happening right now. Things are unfolding exactly the way that they should. So if we're not allowing this and we're fighting against it, that's when it becomes this emergency hysterical energy. And that's not the energy that you want to be in. So what Spirit is saying is that to turn this emergency, this hysterical energy, this anxiety, this anger, and turn it into an ally. Learn from it. Learn from it. Turn it into wisdom. Become wiser because of this energy. Become wiser because of what you have gone through, and turn it into wisdom. That's the thing. Turn it into, become wiser from this experience. Become wiser from all the drama that you are either experiencing now, or that you have experienced, or that you have jumped into. Maybe you're not a dramatic person, but you have jumped into the drama train. You have jumped into a triangle that you didn't even intend to jump into, but then somehow you're in it. You didn't even want to go there, but suddenly somebody pulled your ass in. Somebody pulled you in. Somebody talked shit to you and they pulled you in. You know what I mean? This happens all the time. We have the best intentions of not getting involved in certain things or not acting in certain ways. And then something happens and you're just like, you know what? So I went there. Fine. I went there. I'm not proud of it. I'm not happy about it. Wish I didn't do it, but I did. Okay, maybe I showed up on somebody's doorstep. Maybe I stalked them. Maybe I made a complete fool of myself. So what? Live and learn. That's what Spirit's saying. Live and learn. Use these experiences as your ally. Don't beat yourself up. Don't continue to be in this energy, because this energy is only going to cause you more anxiety, more hysteria, and more anger and more pain. Learn from this. Do you see how she's blowing out the birthday candles? Pat yourself on the back. You've done a good job so far. Even if you haven't been perfect the whole time, don't worry about it. Celebrate your growth today. Celebrate how far you have come on your journey today. Blow out those freaking candles and carry on. Because this journey, it's a lifelong journey. It's a journey of a lifetime. It's not a journey to reach a destination. This is a journey of your soul. It's your journey too. It's not just because of your masculine. You know, even though, yes, there is this other part of your energy here that connects the two of you on this journey to learn something, but it doesn't mean that you can't be on this journey without being together with your masculine, or that should be your only sole goal on this journey is union. It can be for some of you, and maybe it's not going to be for some of you. But we have to go into the situation with a non-dramatics, non-hysterics, and basically just try to do the best that we can possibly do. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed those messages. I hope they resonated. Lara from Inner Goddess Guidance is going to take over now and have a different spin of these messages, and actually give you some ideas on how you can work with these energies. So that will be a treat. I hope you guys enjoy that. So click on the link below in my description box and enjoy that. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye.